Can you hear? Yeah, you can hear. Yeah, you can fucking motherfucking hear. You can feel it too, because up them Zekas in that hallway. Bitch, and you'll soon feel the motherfucking black mold from this bitch.
Looking good.
Satan and God heard it. That's all y'all need to know. It was nasty. After he dropped down some motherfucking nasty water, then he said some nasty shit. After he dropped his nasty water down there, then he said some nasty ass shit.
Might want to stock up on potions and stuff.
Nice. You're being helpful for a change.
What do you mean for a change?
Let's hit up the
He
shop.
dropped his
Yeah,
nasty
let's do
damn
it.
water down and he said some nasty ass shit.
Come with us, Noct.
It's all for a psychological effect on you.
So,
It'll tear
y'all
you
keeping
in
at it?
half. It'll tear your soul in half. Fuck you, bitch. These witches goddamn feed off that motherfucking shit, bitch. Y'all get the black bowl and die and shit. They'll be sad for 10 seconds. Cause some kind of way the king is gone, they can't nigger lynch. They sad for 10 seconds. Then they gonna be looking for the next big nigga thing.
I'll get right on it.
There you go. The next big nigga thing. The plane coming by, the white air traffic controller.
Now off you go into the wild blue yonder.
They get the black mobile, so fuck them.
Huh?
Leave it to a genius like Cindy to find a...
Motherfucking bitch. They get the black mobile, so fuck them. If they think somebody else, goddamn, whatever they want to think. But in the end, it was all true, and they get the fucking black mobile.
to free us from the
Sit there and watch
restrictions of the
Frederick them
road.
do that nasty
How
shit.
does she do it?
Every time a motherfucking car
By
pop out.
following instructions?
Which were drawn up by Sid, I might add. Though I'm curious what she meant by
While
a
you
car
watch them,
like
your
the
shit
Regalia.
go down the
Maybe
top.
Dad had a spare? If he drove the car anything like we do, he probably needed one.
You know, Dixieland, y'all shit going down the top. Y'all making y'all get away, all going to Arkansas. Cause the building going in the top. Shit, I didn't know if y'all were Frederick Puss Spot sponsored. Get your black mold, goddamn, that's how equalized. A goddamn black mold. You just sitting in there like a frog. You know, as soon as y'all leave, you goddamn get to do that shit some more. You got no, don't that bitch. She got looks like a hole. Look at the scientist. He gonna tell. Motherfucking bears. Look at the scientist. He gonna tell. Those motherfucking hole too. Like science. Them motherfucking holes tell you all about it. Or they keep pissing. Every time a plane go by, bitch.
Safe and sound. Oh.
Feels nice here.
The mall people.
I can't recall having a better meal.
You can find better in Altisha, if you can afford it.
Delicious food, spectacular view. All I need to make this perfect is a lovely...
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm going through it. Pete, I'm going through it. These motherfuckers.
Huh?
Greetings. Will you be staying with us?
Let's call it a day.
Soft beds, baby.
Put us in the same room. It feels like home.
Well taken.
I swear, half your photos are selfies.
Hashtag sorry not sorry.
It's not fair. Someone's a TV. Yes.
I just feel like there's no point in going into work anymore. Like I'm not welcome.
You're overthinking it. Come on, let's go somewhere you're always welcome.
Yeah, Mago sounds nice.
Let's take a look inside.
Splendid. Where are we off to?
Ah, the breeze feels good.
Indeed.
Fantastic. Call when you need a ride back.
Huh.
How about the cafe in the brochure?
Just damaged goods, trying to put it out of my mind. Because somebody needs to die. We just having fun, white man.
What's the for?
Making money. And goddamn low life pushed out his mama pussy. There's more racist than you can shake a stick at, and he making money off of it. Wow, the goddamn world ain't. He's still hunting niggas. Show you where they going after. Shit, wash that shit off your hands.
So how about a breather?
That motherfucking nasty shit you putting down through here. So you do. God love it too.
Ah, welcome back. A bite before you hit the road? Of course. Ask me anything. What'll it be? Sure thing.
It ain't none over here. You just over here lynching.
Come again.
Oh. Everything in order?
Yep.
Pick it up with the goddamn parking lot out. But you get what you want like a motherfucking winch. You can piss down, you can tell a dumbass you ain't black molding they ass. Don't Lord, go back on that. Y'all ain't being black molded. It's those whichever ones will be in there, they'll let you know what can possibly happen with the bank business. And the evidence of removal squad shit we be going through. Evidential removal squad. Remove that piss from that motherfucker.
Safe and sound.
It's nice to not have to kill anything.
Run that Santa back down. He done pissed all down here. But Santa back says it's not.
Hey, who's up for a bite?
Tapping your Zekas ain't gonna do you no good. That motherfucker is shit. Those, they head straight for the dope. Tapping your Zika don't do you no good.
Welcome to Golden Key.
That's her guy.
Man, it's hot.
Then lose the jacket.
Till next time, then.
I can't recall having a better meal.
You can find better in Altisha. If you...
Just grab a bite. Now that's a meal.
Something. This will do good.
Which do you think is faster? This
see.
boat or the regalia?
Obviously the regalia.
Would be nice if this boat were just as fast, though.
We could always remodel the regalia so it could drive on both land and sea. Best of both worlds.
Good idea!
I think you're forgetting who owns it.
I wonder if the food at Mother of Pearl's better than the food at Mago.
We could order one of everything and find out.
And with what funds do you propose we hold this eating extravaganza?
Forget it.
Did you remember to put on sunscreen, Noct?
Yes, Ignis.
Remember there's someone friendly downstairs when you hear these voices. They got a lot to do.
Are we there yet?
Well, didn't you say you always wanted to go sailing?
Yeah, but all this ocean gets kind of bland after a while.
Last time I checked, it was amazing and life-changing.
What a beautiful view. I wish Cindy were here to see this.
Why wish when you could just invite her to come with?
Are you nuts? I can't just ask our goddess to grace us with her presence. Are we there yet?
Well, didn't you say you always wanted to go sailing?
Yeah, but all this ocean gets kind of bland after a while.
Last time I checked, it was amazing and life-changing.
What you done accomplished for Satan? A white man. Then they settle back every time they pissed out.
Sky's opening up. Hang on tight. And we made it.
Well done.
Welcome back. Will you be requiring a room?
It's bedtime. Huh.
Stay ready. We got here, shoot them. Of course, yeah.
Good morning.
Hi.
This bitch. Go down. Whatever kind of demon ass motherfucking shit they want to say. Whatever kind of demon motherfucking shit they want to say.
Bet the view's even better from a gondola.
So, care to take a cruise?
Book. Bitch, all them motherfucking plans. All them motherfucking plans. You can still puke. You can ride the puke ride. God's puke ride for deep ones. Still ride that bitch.
We made it. Now let's hurry over to the arena.
Y'all working for the devil. You wanted a job. You wanted mammon. You wanted money, and you got this demon mammon ever see. Because of who you was fucking with. And I hope y'all are happy with your new baby. Mammon. Motherfucking bitches. Maybe they died for y'all black mold shit, y'all got mammon. You know, fuck, motherfucking witch. Y'all got mammon.
So, what do you want to do?
Gentlemen, it has been a pleasure.
You deserve it. The puke and the poltergeist. Richly deserve it. I need to fast. He deserves it. I'm not fasting because of your demon priest ass, demon piss ass.
Well, look who it is.
Yeah,
Feeling a
ook
bit
is
peckish,
your
lads?
language. This your ride is here, Jill. Ook, and your ride is here.
You've outgrown your finicky eating, I trust.
Give a fuck. You
Sure
don't
thing,
even know
I'll
me.
fix it straight away.
You can piss on me. That's all y'all
Look out,
motherfuckers got
Stomach.
that nigga slave quarter. Y'all got that nigga slave quarter. I'm sure. Let's say it loud enough for us all to hear it. Say it loud so we can all be black and proud. Puking motherfucking demon bitch. May God harry and destroy your Basuzu ass. It means you heard what you heard. The goddamn black mold and events.
You're always welcome here.
Let's grab a
The
bite.
mammon is always welcome. And that goddamn shit will kill a child so as you standing there white and pretty.
Splendid. Where are we off to?
The breeze feels good.
Indeed.
That shit'll kill a child, so is he sitting there, goddamn explaining shit. Fucking with the brightness of the screen and shit now. Baby, that's a top-notch hacker sitting there. He decided he would fuck with the brightness of the screen. They can't have rain, they can make it rain. White men can make it rain. I don't give a damn what it's about, bitch. Y'all doing shit every day. Whatever nasty shit you have in mind, take that up with God, you son of a bitch. There you go, get some more nasty shit going.
Fantastic. Call when you need a ride back.
Whatever nasty shit the Chinese come up with, y'all to get going.
Something for me? Keep 'em coming.
It's nice to not have to kill anything.
Huh?
So, what do you want to do?
If we win at the arena, let's grab drinks to celebrate.
Eat something?
Bit steep for sweets. Could go for a taste, though.
So, someone caught the secretary at Mago again.
She and the barkeep sure are friendly.
There's gotta be something going on. She wouldn't spend so much time at that place if there wasn't.
Whatever the Chinese told you to say it. What his cell phone said,
Hey, who's up
pussy
for a
for the
bite?
game. What his cell phone said.
What should I
Then come
buy?
to Santa back. Who being tortured here?
So sleepy.
Go fucking Santa back. Ask the Chinese who being tortured. Who is Betty? Just a boom. Get that boy back on that roof. That goddamn failure. Report back to Kubalak Hunt. All of y'all
City's
cold,
built like a
report back.
maze.
Take care not to get lost.
Pretty much got it. Yeah. At least where not to go. Let's see some of those things.
So, care to take a cruise?
It's bigger than this phone. Let's just go to the club. Just people of leisure. We take so many cabs. We ain't counting. Sounds like Marie Antoinette. Look, I'm the one getting peed on. Broke, poor farmer stuff. From the goddamn nasty motherfucking white
How
truck.
about the cafe in the brochure?
Gentlemen, it has been a pleasure.
Don't give a damn what they saying. What they're actually doing. And now some news. Where it says, all microavailable. And I believe that means microavailable. Check the broadcast channels. Bitch, don't tell me. They ain't hearing you goddamn put that shit down. And your cars leave out right on time with it. Don't tell me.
Where should we
That
stay
is
tonight?
my goddamn security mic right there.
Bet the view's even better from a gondola.
In the club district.
So, someone caught the secretary at Mago again.
She and the barkeep sure are friendly.
There's gotta be something going on. She wouldn't spend so much time at that place if there wasn't.
Cindy is on it, girl.
Now I see why people flock from far and wide to the walls of water.
Think I'll get something to drink.
And they all
She doesn't rub shoulders with the Empire by choice. Everybody knows she wants independence.
Maybe she can ally herself with the prince now that he's...
How about the cafe in the brochure?
crystal.
Shop till you drop.
We made it. Now let's hurry over to the arena.
Splendid. Where are we off to?
So sleepy.
So what next?
Think I'll get something to drink.
Eat something?
Now I see why people flock from far and wide to the walls of water.
Where should we stay tonight?
Bet the view's even better from a gondola.
Ate my lingo.
We made it. Now let's hurry over to the arena.
How about the cafe in the brochure?
So, someone caught the secretary at Mago again.
She and the barkeep sure are friendly.
There's gotta be something going on. She wouldn't spend so much time at that place. There wasn't.
He just stood there, staring at the church and looking all sad. Can you blame him? His sister was supposed to get married there.
But he knew what was going to happen that day. He could have at least warned her.
Well, what if he wanted to but couldn't? It must be eating him up inside.
What should I buy? Shop till you drop. Now I see why people flock from far and wide to the walls of water.
Let's grab a bite.
Bet the view's even better from a gondola.
He just stood there, staring at the church and looking all sad. Can you blame him?
I was wondering when you might show up. Well then, how may I be of service? We've some troublemakers on our hands. Up to the task? You're always welcome here.
How about the cafe in the brochure? Sure.
Think I'll get something to drink.
Let's take a look inside.
Where should we stay tonight?
Shop till you drop.
My stomach's hurting. I think we should go home. Fucking Byron, Supernatural.
Now I see why people flock from far and wide to the walls of water.
We get over that
The
late.
secretary at Mago again.
She and the barkeep sure are friendly.
That bitch
There's gotta be
goddamn
something
going
going
with
on.
God.
She wouldn't spend so much time at that place if there wasn't.
What should I buy?
You laugh at that motherfucking boss.
Think I'll get something to drink.
Let's take a look inside.
Where should we stay tonight?
Let's grab a bite.
We made it. Now let's hurry over to the arena.
He just stood there, staring at the church and looking all sad. Can you blame him? His sister was supposed to get married there.
But he knew what was going to happen that day. He could have at least warned her.
Well, what if he wanted to but couldn't? It must be eating him up inside.
So, someone caught the secretary at Mago again.
She and the barkeep sure are friendly.
There's gotta be something going on. She wouldn't spend so much time at that place if there wasn't.
She doesn't rub shoulders with the Empire by choice. Everybody knows she wants independence.
Maybe she can ally herself with... Bet the view's even better from a gondola.
How about the cafe in the brochure? He just stood there, staring at the church and looking all sad. Can you blame him? His sister was supposed to get married there.
But he knew what was going to happen that day. He could have at least warned her.
Well, what if he...
Think I'll get something to drink.
So, care to take a cruise?
So, someone caught the secretary at Mago again.
She and the barkeep sure are friendly.
There's gotta be something going on. She wouldn't spend so much time at that place if there wasn't.
Zook. Go in there and get that strong in him. Please, Steve. The Russians gave her.
About the ceasefire out right now, and is this something that Israel wanted in the first place?
Kana, the ceasefire is still holding, albeit fragile. It is still in place. In the lead up to the phased start to this ceasefire, there were heavy airstrikes on both sides. In fact, the air raid sirens sounded numerous times today here in Tel Aviv and across Israel. But since the ceasefire went into place, there have been no reports of any other airstrikes by either side. And that is encouraging news to so many across the region. In terms of what Israel wanted, there's every indication that the IDF, the Israeli government, wanted to move forward with hitting a number of other targets in Iran. But there's some indication that in terms of the public here, people, everyday people, they are glad this is over, Kana. And certainly with the restrictions being lifted, people are able to go back to their regular lives. That is something that they were hoping to do in the midst of really an uncertain time and a very stressful time for people not only here in Israel, of course, but across the Middle East.
Absolutely incredibly tense. And so, Louis, how's the Pentagon responding to this ceasefire? The president saying it's been violated. But also, as he's saying that, what's the plan here for the United States? Is it to remain in a defensive posture in the region, especially if there's more strikes?
No, that's exactly right, Kana. The United States is maintaining that defensive posture throughout the region for its U.S. military personnel and facilities. We saw overnight that there were some drones that were launched towards some U.S. and Iraqi bases inside of Iraq, but they didn't cause any damage, and almost all of them were knocked down by defensive measures, and no one has taken claim for or responsibility for those attacks. But it kind of goes to the whole notion here that you have all these U.S. forces in the region who are on a level of high alert in case something does happen. We saw it happen yesterday when Iran launched those more than a dozen missiles towards that U.S. airbase in Qatar. And I think the posture here is going to remain defensive and also to be a deterrent in case this conflict continues. But they're looking carefully to see how this ceasefire holds, and in the meantime, they're maintaining that defensive posture.
And so as they do that, Selena, you're again with the president, this NATO summit here. It sounds like he also spoke with Netanyahu as well earlier. Do we have a readout of that? What more is the president saying?
Yeah, so we learned from sources that the president was exceptionally firm with Netanyahu about what it's going to take to have this ceasefire sustained into the future. The source also tells us that Netanyahu basically got the message. He understands the severity of the situation and the concerns from President Trump. But the sources did not tell us that Israel had committed to holding back and stopping their attacks on Iran. So clearly some strain here in this relationship. President Trump making his fury at Israel very, very clear this morning, saying that these two countries have been fighting so hard for so long that they don't know what the bleep they're doing. And as the president lands here in NATO, he's beginning his meetings with NATO leaders. This is certainly going to loom large over the summit. Remember, the European leaders, some of them had met with Iran's foreign minister before the U.S. strikes began, urging Iran to come back to the negotiating table to meet with the U.S., urging for de-escalation and diplomacy.
All right, Marcus, Selena, and Louie, our thanks to all of you. Also, the death toll rising now from a massive new Russian attack in eastern Ukraine. There's video circulating online, and it shows a large mushroom cloud rising from the scene you see there. There's also video showing the aftermath of the track. It's along a train route in Dnipro. Local officials are now saying that 17 people were killed, 279 others injured, and that includes more than 24 children. ABC News foreign correspondent Patrick Regal is tracking the latest for us from London. So, first of all, Patrick, what more are we learning about this attack?
Hi, Kenny. I mean, this is a particularly deadly Russian attack for civilians. As you say, at least 17 people killed now, according to local authorities, and nearly 280 injured. This attack hit the southern city of Dnipro, one of Ukraine's biggest cities. It hit one of the strikes hit close to a passenger train. We see these terrible images of blood-stained carriages. We also see videos circulating showing children being treated by paramedics. But this, in general, we've seen in the past few weeks an intensification of these sorts of attacks. Just yesterday, or 2 days ago, I should say, a Russian attack on Kyiv killed nearly a dozen people. In general, most experts believe that as the peace talks have faded and as President Trump has seemed to lose interest and turn the U.S. away from this conflict, we've seen Russia step up the attacks on indiscriminate attacks on residential areas, with the Kremlin hoping that it can put more pressure on Ukraine that way, Kana.
Well, we know the president is meeting with European leaders at that NATO summit, as Selena just mentioned. Any more progress on peace talks here, Russia and Ukraine-wise?
Yeah, Ken, as you say, President Trump is obviously at NATO right now, and of course Ukraine will be at top of the agenda there. And President Zelensky is already also in the Netherlands, and it's expected that he will likely meet with President Trump. President Trump on Air Force One told reporters that he would, quote, probably meet with Zelensky, but obviously showing little enthusiasm for that, and also giving little indication that he intends now to start putting more pressure on Russia. And in general, I think European countries are very concerned about getting through this summit and not highlighting the big divisions between themselves and the US under President Trump. Obviously, he's been pushing them to reach this target of 5% defense spending of GDP. We've heard today he actually released an unusual text message from the Secretary General of NATO, Mark Rutte, where he praised President Trump, saying that all the countries would get there and that this was a big win for President Trump. That message is being interpreted by many observers as a pretty crude attempt to persuade President Trump that this summit is going to be positive for him. But clearly now we'll wait to see how it actually all comes out and what this meeting with Zelensky looks like when it happens, Kana.
All right, we certainly will. Patrick, thanks to you. Also, life-threatening heat wave across much of the United States expected to shatter records today and peak. More than 150 million Americans are on high alert now from Texas to Maine. Of course, this is the day after the heat index in New York City reached 106 degrees. This is the highest area in 4 years that they've seen. New Yorkers are being asked to conserve electricity right now. Amtrak imposing heat-related speed restrictions in the Northeast after a train lost power and then had to be evacuated inside a tunnel in Baltimore yesterday. Meteorologist Kevin Roth from our Houston station KTRK is tracking the latest. I know you're no stranger to heat in Texas, but another record-setting day with this oppressive heat. So what are you looking at temperature-wise right now?
Yeah, Ken, we are shattering records across the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. We're seeing temperatures that have stood records for over 100 years. Those are falling, and one graphic really tells you just how widespread this heat is. Look at all of the heat advisories you're seeing throughout the country here, up and down the Mississippi River here, through the Midwest, and of course, all along the eastern seaboard. That 95 corridor absolutely baking right now. Anywhere in pink, that is an extreme heat warning, and that's where you've got feels like temperatures between 105 to 110. That is dangerous heat. Heat is the #1 weather-related killer, more than tornadoes or hurricanes. You need to be prepared. You need to be ready for that heat. And right now is the peak of that heat as well. Look at some of these current temperatures. This is what we're seeing in Boston, 101 degrees. That breaks the all-time high temperature record in June for Boston. That record has stood for over 100 years. You look at New York, it's 98 degrees currently. Philly, 100. D.C., 97. Up and down the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast, it's the heat and the humidity. And when you've got that humidity in place, temperatures don't fall very efficiently overnight. And that means even as you're waking up tomorrow morning, still feeling steamy. These are temperatures at 8 a.m. on the East Coast. Feels like 88 in New York, feels like 92 in Philly, feels like 91 in D.C. Of course, it will be hot again tomorrow, starting off very steamy. Feels like temperatures by the afternoon in New York right around 100 degrees, between 105 and 110 through areas like Philly and D.C. The good news is it is a little bit cooler tomorrow, but it is still dangerously hot.
Oh, okay, just a little bit. I guess we'll have to take it, Kevin. Our thanks to you, as always. And voters are now headed to the polls today for the high-stakes Democratic primary in the race for mayor of New York City. And among the leading candidates here, Andrew Cuomo, looking to wage a bit of a comeback. This is nearly 5 years after he resigned as New York's governor in response to allegations of sexual harassment and inappropriate conduct. He's facing some tough competition, though, from Democratic Socialist State Assembly member Zohan Mamdani, whose proposals include city-run grocery stores. New York City is also using ranked choice voting for this primary, asking voters to rank the candidates in order of preference. Also, incumbent Mayor Eric Adams is running as an independent and will face off against the winner of that. All right, coming up next here, both sides rest their case in the trial of Sean Diddy Combs. What's next for the disgraced music mogul after dozens of witnesses told tales of drugs, sex, and violence during the 6 weeks of testimony? Also ahead, a possible syringe attack at a festival in France, what we're learning about the assailants and the victims who were targeted.
Quality healthcare shouldn't take up all your time. Hims offers access to doctor-trusted treatments for hair loss, ED, and weight loss, 100% online. Answer a few questions about your health history to connect with a licensed provider in hours, not weeks. You can get personalized treatment, 24/7 support, and medication delivered directly. No need for insurance or appointments. Get the care you need and get back to your day. Expert care, 100% online. Get started today at Hims.com.
Sitting down with Barbara Walters. I know you don't want to talk about guys, but how are you going to find anybody? No one ever got out totally unscathed. She asked the question nobody else had asked.
Ladies and gentlemen, Barbara Walters.